We're on site in Geograph Bay Road in Dunsborough at my client's place, it's Trish Fitzharding. She's requested the installation of a membrane system at a house here. It's a holiday house, can take up to 20 people. The core of the system that the Barracuda is this membrane cell that comes from Germany. It's 6.5 square metres of membrane space. The little holes in the membrane is 35 millionth of a millimetre, which is an exclusion barrier to all bacteria and all pathogens. These are mounted in the Barracuda as two modules side by side. We will go through the system shortly, but essentially the water, this is in the aeration chamber. The water passes through the membranes, these individual membrane plates, and they're connected to two little manifolds on the pack itself. To the top of the manifold is a small pump and draws the water through the membrane pack, pathogen free, absolutely clear, out into the irrigation chamber. So this is the girl. This is what we're talking about. So everything from the house, all the sewage, that's the black water and the grey water, enters this point here in the tank and then travels around the outside of the tank. This tank is not specially made by us. We've tried to incorporate the membrane pack in a tank that we've been trying to utilise. So on this particular side, all the coarse substances that you don't really want to talk about, all the materials that go down your toilet, all the materials that go through the kitchen, they're in this particular chamber. What comes across into the second chamber is essentially clear. That's clear of any floating material. Then passes by gravity into the MBR chamber. The cells are located in the base of this chamber. Air is supplied to the bottom of the membrane pack. Air comes through. The oxygen that's supplied for the air keeps the bacteria alive and also scours the plates to make sure that clogging and fouling does not occur. Then the final product comes into this final chamber, which is the clear chamber. This is void of any pathogens such as viruses, bacteria, protozoans, amoebas, all these types of biologics, and ready for use. This site here, under regulation, we can't bring it back into the house, so it's irrigating automatically Trish's lawns on a float control. Within this chamber, there are a number of sensors that control the levels in the chamber itself and how much water will go through to the irrigation. There's 3 floats and two other sensors in here. All the cabling is connected through this chamber into a junction box. Now, it's necessary in this junction box here, so if a pump fails or any other material fails, we can have short connections. We don't have to pull cables through many metres. All the cabling, all the air lines are positioned over here into the site control unit. The aim of having it here is that we're in a weatherproof sort of area that we can work on this controller at any time. So all those cables, all those connections come through and into this PLC, Process Logic Control. So all the conditions of the operation of the MBR itself will come to this panel. All your errors will come to this panel. If there's any problem in the system, this light will come on. The owner will come to this panel, have a look at the error, give me a ring and we'll come and see what the problem is. The air to the MBR chamber that keeps all the bacteria alive comes from this small blower. So it blows air down through the lines into the base of the MBR, and that supplies the air.